Welcome back, guys, to another episode of Starmade. This is Serge, your host this evening, with a quick update on what I'm doing and where I've been. So, for my last video on my station, you will have noticed a big change to what I've done. As you can see, it's a little bit more decorative, a little bit more colorful, and has a little more features attached to it. One of the most noticeable ones being this big sign on the side here with the coordinates of where your jump gate will send you. But more importantly, I've done a lot of work on the interior and a lot of little things that have all accumulated into a big progress. So I'm not going to go into a lot of depth with it. I'm just going to quickly go over the station and update you guys on what I've been up to. But as you can see, I've put a lot of work into making this thing final. I've got a working pretty much route from the very bottom corner, which is all the way down here. So from the very bottom corner all the way to the very, very tippity top of the station. And Mr. Hammerhands, Mr. Guy with a Hammer, which is that's new too. My statue guy with balled up fists, which look very cool. I do have to say so myself, with his little thumb, and ready to punch you in the face for looking at his precious hammer. And there we go. So you've got one route, so you don't have to teleport. You do not have to jump in and out of gravity. There is a single gravity-based route from the very bottom to the very top. And that's very important when I'm building stuff, is I want to have the most RP able kind of traverse or transit. There will be some places you cannot get to by foot, i.e. down here, the perch is what I've called this little spot down here. The perch is only accessible via teleportation, but as you can see, I've added a big gun to the base of it too. And this big gun is beautiful. This thing here is quite powerful. It does a lot of damage and drains a lot of power. I got a couple Valkyries in here docked for just showing it off, showing you what you can do. You've got your shipyard in there as well. I've decorated with some blue paint and numbered some of the bays. You cannot physically walk to each of the bays here either. You do need to teleport into them, as they are segregated, and I could not bring myself to create an elevator all the way down, because that would just be very tedious. It's one thing to take an elevator from here to here, another thing to take an elevator just to get inside of a ship that you'll need to do regularly. So yeah, I'm not going to take you for a tour. If you want to do that, come play on our server, and I'll actually take you through if you like. There's a lot of public access areas, so public access dock there. Got some big guns on the top here. Even got a little atrium in here, just to chill out, take a swim, and play in a waterfall. Because yeah, my station's got so much swag. It has its own waterfall. So yeah, that's pretty much what I've been up to. I'm pretty much done now. I only really need to decorate a few things and finish a few logic lines. There will be a few elevators / tram systems that do not work immediately, especially if I load this onto the server. They will not work immediately. But that's okay, because I can only do so much at a time. And to compensate, I do have, let me show you, there we go. Some sort of like meta roleplay reason there to explain why their elevators aren't working. And realistically, you only need one. There's not that many people on this station yet. But the entire thing is almost ready to go. And I look forward to showing you guys my new station. This is the Haven Guard Station, and this has been Serge with Starmade. Adios.